spiritual path, my spiritual journey for 2024. Thanks a lot for the support, guys, during this year. I have plans for 2025. I'll probably go to Japan, and I'll probably go to India, to the ashram of Sadhguru, of Isha. Some other things will happen, the Mahashivratri, many different things will happen, but I always do a lot of introspection. I always document my journey, not just through this channel, but also by myself. On this channel was just an idea because every time that I do meditation, every time that I have new insights from myself or from things that I learn, but mostly from myself, that I think they are nice, that can change my life and maybe some other people's lives, they can be helpful, insightful. I always document that. So this channel is just, instead of just writing down, also documenting through video. Maybe someone will benefit from it. So that's how it started. So I just wanted to share with you what happened in 2024 in terms of inner journey for me, and let you know these are the main things, but many different things happened. So this is just a summary. First, finish the Yoga Sutras book. Such a great book, super recommend. I tried to go to the therapist for the first time to solve some sexualization things, to solve some mental things, to solve some things in the mind. So it was not just about, it was just also to try, and it helped somehow for some things. So yeah, and tried NoFap, the whole movement of NoFap. Third thing, new social media channels for spiritual documentation, which is this. Finished the book As a Man Thinketh. I recommend it. Was not the best book that I read. It was just about the power of the mind. That's alright. I received my first spiritual clothes, of course. There was the Mahashivratri in Milan after the Exans fragrance event. Trip to Japan. Visited shrines and temples, the Shinto and Buddhist. I also started studying some more religion and philosophy. After Japan, I let go of many routines and patterns, learning to step aside and out of my mind creation, more clarity and in real creation, more freedom, waking up earlier, more efficiency, what works without forcing things as my mind wants, more creativity and time to do more new things instead of just sticking to my routine and tasks, and less going out. So after coming back to Japan, I had to stop for 3 weeks because of the trip. All my routines, and so when I came back, there was this empty table, and I was like, okay, what I pick up now? Because when you're in the cycle, it's really hard to let things slide and let things go away. By doing this, it really helped. Focused on being, so that doing comes naturally as it's needed. Because you exit your own creation, it gets clarity in the real creation. You don't take yourself so seriously because you see how we truly are. A lot of focus on being, of course. And then some other things that happen on social media. I noticed that because I was really worried about how to share my things on social media, my insights. And I noticed that actually it doesn't even matter that much what I share, because it's still me. It's still my insights always come up no matter what I talk about. I understood many things, as I told you, with my relationships, with integrity. I worked a lot on commitment this year and getting rid of things that I didn't want anymore. A lot of compulsions. I opened up with also my partner. I talked about integrity, values. I worked on doubts, fears. I stopped focusing on things that I didn't like, because I really struggled with freedom, choices, and commitment. I always felt like I was at the doorstep, leaving the door, in no matter what I did, a bit open to be able to exit at any time. But now I know that in order to be able to be present totally in the room, I need to close the door and commit. And so I focused on that. New routines, of course. New routines, working on ephemeral stuff, on vulnerabilities, worked on many different things. But I started following also Brian Johnson and the whole longevity blueprint. So many different things for my health and wellness improved. New supplements, diet, fitness, body composition, art health, air health, different things for my body. A lot of self-analysis and working on my fear-based beliefs. Self-compassion, emotional processing. There was a time during this summer that I did so much emotional processing, trying to understand what my brain is protecting me from and why. Taking charge, seeing the privilege of pressure, and also understanding that maybe I was always, afraid of needed to find a passion, a vocation, my message. Understanding my role on this planet, understanding that I need to let go and trust the process and the flow a bit more. Understand that maybe for now, self-mastery and doing what I do, sharing it, serving, improving myself, and that be useful, at least for some people, that's maybe for now what I have to do. And then maybe in the future something will happen for that. But if I focus on things too early, then I can risk of ruining that. Like the mango trees that you need to pluck the flower before it fruits, because if you let it fruit right away the first year, it will always stay small. But if you pluck it for 3 to 5 years, then it will grow to its maximum potential. So you need to find the right timing for that. I did the 21 days yoga challenge and daily yoga namaskar. I finished the book Warrior of Light and the 4 Agreements, kind of recommended them. I tried the Dharana meditation, EFT tapping, so emotional processing, healing beliefs, worked on FOMO, comparison with others, also with the Olympics. I did a lot of work on comparison, which was the main things for me. With social media, we always compare, and I worked a lot on that. I started a celebration journal. I understood the importance of breath and started reading breathing books. That was really helpful. Realized how important it is to abandon and be in a state of fearless ease. Attached to nothing but connected to everything, total involvement, freedom, less habits, no expectations. I implemented different breathing exercises and learning to stop comparing, focusing on what's in front of my own path, involving totally with what life puts in front of me. That's what I told you before. Working on courage. Courage to be disliked, inferiority and superiority complexes, loneliness, friendships, no expectations, letting the life be, creating goals. I finished the book, The Courage to be Disliked. I discovered Jiddu Krishnamurti and started asking myself questions instead of looking for outwards answers all the time. Thanks to him. I started connecting all the dots, meaning that after a while, while you look for answers outwards, after a while you start looking inward because you find no answers out there. And when you look inward, after a while you see some dots connecting. And all the things that I've been learning, they all start slowly to connect and find a pattern. I created my own origin of the universe theory, which I made a video about, understanding that you cannot fix all the things in your mind by staying in my mind. I finished the book Sun and Steel and started The One Thing, another cool book. I focused on getting rid of distractions and giving more priorities, also to sleep and my wind down routine. Started also focusing a lot more on self-care. I also started playing some games sometimes, for example. I started experiments and talks, also deep talks with AI, with ChatGPT, for example. I did a lot of introspection on overthinking, on how to stop suffering, urgency, ups and down cycles, how to exit them, started noticing cycles and patterns. A lot of journaling every single day, gratitude journaling, yoga, daily meditation, daily sadhana, daily Shambhavi, daily Kriya, daily Hatha yoga, Wim Hof method, cold showers. I did so many different things. I started reading meditation by Marcus Aurelius and bought a lot of spiritual books, and also kept going with the Sadhguru exclusive videos and other spiritual videos, always researching too. I started bettering my practices and I finished my first 365 straight days of Kriya Yoga. Started focusing a lot more on culture and philosophy. You know, those things that when I started my own growth journey, I wanted just to learn some things and let everything aside that didn't matter. But now I'm noticing that there are some general things, like the most important books, the most important movies, the most important music in the history of the world. And I notice those things are actually very important to know, and they're very interesting to know because they communicate in a different way. There's a reason why they're important. And so I'm focusing a lot more also in 2025 on those things. Reflection on acceptance and on virtues. And I tried for these past weeks during my New Year's Eve, which I did in Vienna, the Margazi Sadhana and Vaikunta Ekadashi. So a whole Ekadashi, which is no food for one day, depending on the lunar cycle, which I do basically every month. But this Vaikunta Ekadashi is the most important of the year, and it was once per year. It was a few days ago, and it was a total 24, even more hours, just no food, and it was very helpful. That's it. There are many things that happen, but this is basically what happened in 2024 in a spiritual way, inner side. So let me know what you think. For 2025, I have many plans. Let's see how it goes. And thanks a lot for the support, guys. If you have any question, just let me know. Also on Instagram or in the comments, whatever you prefer. Thanks, guys, for watching.